Jeff back again. Baseball cards, they're only friends. Super short prints they collect. The rarest of cards, yeah, respect.
I feel like we haven't heard enough of the song.
No, definitely not. Oh. I feel like I'm Pavlov's dog, Jeff. When I hear this song now, I just start mixing a cocktail. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing.
You get thirsty.
Just grab bottles and start mixing things, yeah. Woo.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, welcome everybody to another SSP Thursday. As many people have pointed out in the comments, it's an SSP Thursday before a 3-day weekend for many folks out there.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it's America's birthday tomorrow, Chris.
It sure is. It sure is, Jeff. And just try to go light on the fireworks, guys. All right. Cats and dogs, they do not like this. They do not like it at all. Before our dog lost her hearing, it was just a nightmare 3 days for her. So please go easy on the fireworks. All right. We all want our 10 fingers anyway.
Yeah, and if you're out here in California, it's pretty dry, so I wouldn't recommend lighting them off for socially responsible reasons besides the ones Chris talked about. So,
yeah. Okay.
Oh, Chris, I keep forgetting to get our eBay affiliate link up there so people can go shopping when they're on here.
I know,
someday.
Right?
It's on the list.
Well, Holmes, I hope 168 got something good, and not just like not a spot in a dynasty draft. Or anything silly like that.
Chris, that reminds me, we're seeing the end of some of these dynasty auctions, and some pretty nice cards are going for pretty, I guess, relatively small amounts compared to how much the box costs. So single seems to be the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to pull up some of those? If you have a list, anything on your watch list that's done, I'd love to see a couple of those sale prices if you haven't finished.
Well, a lot are ending tonight, so maybe we can show them later.
All right, yeah, we'll come back.
By the way, I don't want to ruin in case anybody is actually bidding on them.
Oh, true. Yeah, let's not ruin that for him.
John literally just opened his front door because his dogs love fireworks.
Wow. I saw there's a video on Instagram, Jeff, of a guy and his dog was born deaf, and that dog loves fireworks because it's just beautiful colors in the sky. But man, oh man, the first one, I mean, it's just, you can't explain to your dog that everything is okay. You just can't.
No.
But I'm glad your dog likes them, John Fry.
Yeah.
And to other people pouring cocktails, cheers. Happy Independence Day. Happy Thursday night.
Yep. JB Cards is talking about the Acuna patches. I've seen a lot of talk about the patches in general on this in this year's set that aren't great.
Yeah, especially I've seen some out of fives that are just shockingly dull. Like really surprising for a set that took this long to get. That those out of fives aren't like more multicolored, but it is what it is. I mean, if you still like them, if this is your product, I have seen some that look great, some really bold autos, but some of them don't. And that's all right.
Yeah, there's a couple nice Machado patches ending tonight, I noticed. Thorson, apparently you are off probation, and now your comments are back. Congratulations.
Well, somebody must have pissed off M. Parsons.
Maybe Shelley or M. Parsons let him back on.
Maybe there was some anti-Nicolas Cage talk that got Thorson suspended. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yep, that could be. Chris has always said this, Gregory. He hasn't been a fan of the photos on Dynasty. Not a lot of action shots.
A lot of, I call them mug shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff says headshots because he's an actor, but I say mug shots, and you can guess why. Canadian to the hobby. If you're bidding on something, I would keep that real quiet. I don't know if you want to tell anyone something you're excited about. You know?
Matthew, thank you. I'm a big fan of the superfractor, the superfractors, Yelich superfractors. I just don't know if I'm willing to pay up for what they're going to go for, but thank you for keeping me in mind.
Yeah, and Abel in Vegas, if you're with us or if you're going to watch this later, we appreciate you sending. He saw on Twitter that somebody had the 2019 Topps Chrome Keston Hira Superfractor, and he was kind enough to share that to see if Jeff was interested. But there's a price point for everything, Jeff. But $100 for any Keston Hira card right now seems a little steep, even if it's a
I think that decimal needed to be moved over once. What's up, Ninja Squirrel? I wanted to get to a comment here. SFO Sox fans throwing this out. 2K for a Mookie patch that was almost all white. Mookie's a little bit of an anomaly here because he's signed so little in the past decade. It's hard to really tell to extrapolate anything for the set based on him or Ohtani. Ohtani's cards are going for a crazy amount as well, his first Dodger autos. So those ones I have seen go really high, but I don't know if that portends other high sales.
Yeah, I wanted to I'm glad somebody brought up that Mookie bets. I get it. Like there are, like Jeff said, a lack of Mookie autos. As much as Ohtani is great, though, there is no lack of Ohtani autos out there.
No.
And this is outrageous. $13,000 for a dynasty. That's just a base dynasty.
Yeah.
If you will, out of 10. The patch isn't anything spectacular.
And I just at Fanatics Collect had an Ohtani. I can't remember if it was a 2022. Do you remember, Chris, the dynasty that Fanatics Collect was just ending on Sunday? And for a while, it was like at 1,500, and I sent it out to the guys, and I'm like, this seems like a reasonable price for an Ohtani autograph. I think it ended up going for like 3,000 maybe or 3,500, a quarter of what this went. And yes, it's Dodgers, his first time on the Dodgers, but
and it's vertical. I know some people love the verticality, if you will.
Yeah, and it's kind of an action shot. It's not just a mug shot, but that patch is nothing special. And
I don't know if you had to. Great question for you. By the way, M. Parsons, if you could answer the question that Holmes 168 is asking about the slab binder, you're closer to it than I am. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, if you had to choose, Jeff, what's more important to you, Ohtani in a Dodger uniform with his new autograph, or Ohtani in an Angels uniform with the original autograph we got for the first 3 years?
I would definitely take the original. And there's a lot of really nice Ohtani cards you could buy for $14,000. This probably wouldn't be at the top of my list. And we'll see how the prices go down. We saw prices drop for Mookie's other autos in 2025 products come back down pretty far. And I wonder if that's going to be the same thing with other sales. Yeah. Shelly says this is the design variation, isn't it?
Yeah, the vertical. Yeah, I don't know. I do think if you like this product and you want a big name player, I think the longer you wait, the better your price is going to get. The little ones like if Bregman, Albies, those guys come up, just go ahead and grab them. But that $13,000, Jeff, feels crazy.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Curator with a little tease here picked up a massive non-card baseball game used item over the Dynasty box, which I never would have purchased. Waiting on its arrival. We will anxiously be awaiting to hear what that is. M. Newbert, yes, shout out to the one and only Michael Madsen, who passed away today. Was a stalwart of 1990s movies. I haven't seen him in a lot lately. Chris, have you?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. But yes, another
some great performances. Give me a second. I'm just put the trivia link in there. We got a good trivia prize. Yes. I believe, Jeff, who were the two friends of the show who combined sort of in a way to?
It was Rally Mantis and Shelly.
Okay. So
yes, thanks to their generous donation of time and resources, we now have this sealed 2025 Top Series 2 Mega Box for tonight's prize.
SFO Sox fan, exactly
truly,
right.
Truly.
If ever a movie has altered the way we think of a song, it is for sure Reservoir Dogs and Stuck in the Middle with You. Yeah, Michael Madsen, he was also really great in The Getaway with Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger. He almost stole that movie right out from under those two.
And Miguel, I believe the character's name, they share a last name, right? Madsen's character and Travolta's character share a last name.
Yes, there was. At one point, there's some YouTube videos about this, stories about it, but I guess an idea Tarantino had was a prequel to, I guess, must be to both movies because neither one of them survived their movies,
right?
But a prequel about those two brothers and in Amsterdam. So we sort of would see more about Vincent Vega's time in Europe that we briefly hear about in Pulp Fiction. But I guess he just couldn't figure out a real good story, and the characters got older, and he does not like that CI, anti-aging stuff. So it ended up going by the wayside.
Yeah, Vincent and Vic Vega. Thank
Yeah.
you, Emophobic. M. Parsons is throwing this info out there. The slab binder brand is Super Amy 60 pocket graded card storage binder.
Oof. And I love that thing. My personal nuclear football.
Wherever Chris goes, it goes.
That's right. Okay, hold on. What we got here? But yeah, I didn't see that he passed away, Jeff.
Yeah, I was just today I saw that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Zeke's cards with Jackie Childs reference.
A good Seinfeld reference to get our Thursday night started, Jeff.
Yeah.
I got to tell everybody, as a deeply disheartened Braves fan, and to be fair, I felt for at least a month that they had no chance at the playoffs, but the Chris Sale injury, doing a whole video, a spitball and Patreon video that we did where I talked about Schwellenbach and am I going to buy a card? And then within 24 hours, like his season now might be over. I didn't watch the Braves game yesterday. I have not watched. I don't even know what the score is today, but they're playing the Angels. They're playing a pitcher that I had on my lineup last week who got shelled in Soriano. So I assume he's probably thrown out of 7 shutout innings. Would be my guess without looking. Yeah. Who knows, but baseball season's long and it's torturous. And this one is it feels really long and it feels really torturous, Jeff.
And almost like a little Groundhog Day effect for Braves fans.
It does. Ever since they choked away 2023.
Matt McNeil, welcome back, buddy. First show I've been back live since open heart surgery at the end of March. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Yes. Congratulations on getting through that. I hope you're healthy and back moving around. Glad you can join us live. Matt, I think that means you ought to win trivia tonight. So
I want to say he is in The Natural. Michael Madsen is in this movie. I could not tell you the name of his character. I have to go on the record, Jeff. I don't love this movie. I know a lot of baseball fans really like the movie. I don't like it.
I don't either. I haven't seen it in a long time, to be fair. I should watch it again. Maybe now that I'm old, it'll resonate more because the character's old. But yeah, to me, it's no Field of Dreams or Major League.
There's a line in The Simpsons, and this isn't for you, Jeff, but where the elementary school has cut budgets and they're trying to feed the kids, and the lunch lady Doris is grinding a gym mat through the meat grinder, and she says there's very little meat in these gym mats. And when we watched, my wife and I watched the Natural like about a year ago, give or take, and like an hour and a half into it, she turns to me and she's like, "There's very little baseball in this baseball movie."
Yeah, it's
kind of how I feel about
more of a, kind of a drama thriller, romance.
Yeah, all those things.
Hey, I don't want to be lumped into this 845. I don't want to be lumped into mushing Schwellenbach. He's really killing one of my fantasy teams. So I'm just going to blame Chris only and the other spitballing guys that were talking with him.
I think that's probably fair.
Mookie, Mets Brewers yesterday. So you, how did that work? Could you stay for both ends of the doubleheader? Is that still a thing, or you just get in for one game, kicked out for the next?
Yeah, sometimes it's a single admission, sometimes it's 2. Ninja Squirrel here, real quick, before we start looking at some really cool cards today. The Blue Jays have really been knocking the Yankees around. And as a further testament to my ability to ruin things, I have Bo Bichette on 2 of my 3 fantasy teams, Jeff. He has not played a game this week. And finally, they released why. He stepped on a baseball walking out to the field for like BP or for warmups, and like rolled his ankle and his knee hurts now. So,
yeah, and as far as fantasy numbers go, I was interested in that game too as well. Chris told me the Blue Jays scored 12 runs, and I have 2 Blue Jays on my fantasy teams. They combined to go 1 for 10.
Yeah, a nice 0 for 5 out of Vladdy in that one.
Yes, yep, sure was.
But yeah, I think that Bichette is the first injury of its kind. It reminds me a little bit of Harris in Major League, getting that baseball bat to the back of the head after he drinks Jobu's rum.
Oh, stepped on a baseball. Canes Lance, welcome. And if you haven't yet seen our video, we answered one of your questions in the first Blabbin mailbag, Canes Lance. So if anybody hasn't seen, we had for the first time a mailbag episode this week where we answered some questions. If you have any questions for us and you're not watching this live, please find the community tab on our YouTube page and ask us some questions because we'll get to more of them.
All right. Yeah, a couple comments I need to get to very quickly here. I see some great Simpsons reference. Is Doc's Cards my retirement grease? And Card Enjoyer Super Nintendo Chalmers. Nicely done. And Alan Forrest, Mr. Baseball will be a trivia question in the next 4 or 5 weeks. I have one lined up for that movie, but
Mr.
not my
Baseball.
favorite baseball movie. But we will get to that one.
What about
okay,
Mr. Destiny? Remember see that one?
Mr. Destiny. That James Belushi?
Yeah. Was it Mr. Destiny? It was something Destiny.
Something Destiny.
I think John Lovitz was in that.
No.
Yeah.
Hopefully not as a baseball player. That's pushing it a little bit too far.
You got to watch it.
Okay. Yeah, John Fry, I think he's talking about the Natural as well.
Yes, he's talking about Curator. Yeah, you're right. We haven't had a lot of turtle talk recently. His brother-in-law just picked up 2 sulcata tortoise. Not sure he thought this through. It's the 3rd largest tortoise with a lifespan of 85 to 120 years. So interesting. Where do you pick something like that up? Are they at a pet store? Are they at some sort of rescue?
I mean, it almost sounds, Jeff, like he just picked it up where he was and brought it home.
Picked it up and brought it. Yeah.
It reminds me
for Galapagos.
Another pop culture tangent I will happily go on. Emma Stone has hosted Saturday Night Live a bunch of times, and she is hilarious, fully commits. There is a game show skit. If you do a Emma Stone SNL game show Tortoise on SNL, she does a skit there where there's a game show, and the winner, if you will, is given this 80-year-old tortoise that will outlive all of us. And then she and it's all about how it's she doesn't want it, but now she's stuck with it, and so she's trying to give it to one of the. Anyway, it's a really great skit. Please check that out.
So not the prize they were hoping for.
Not the prize they were hoping for.
Holmes mentions we did lose a baseball legend in Dave Parker. Sad that he couldn't make it to his enshrinement this year, but he did live long enough to see himself get elected, which is pretty great, to the Hall of Fame.
Yes. By the way, I did see this. Doc's Cards taking the blame for the Chris Sale injury, and I did see. Who was it? Oh, dang it! Someone on Instagram just posted a Schwellenbach Black that they got in the mail. They got the notice that it was delivered about an hour before they got the notice that he was going on the IL. So
right
he's
before it.
Taking the blame for that one.
Well, Chris, we have a similar story about making a big Wander Franco purchase, and before that arrived, we got a notification about his
status, we'll say.
Yeah. So that
very similar.
That hurts. Then that makes a most unfortunate mail day. You're not very excited to get that package.
No. Enter the Brew here with an excellent point, though. The Natural did inspire a moment from a Simpsons episode, so it deserves a little bit of credit for that. Oh, wow. Right. So there's a Louisiana breeder of these turtles.
They are the size of a tennis ball. Oh, my goodness.
We would love to see some pictures.
Yeah. Curator, you got to get those on your IG or send us some pictures.
Yes,
absolutely. Size of a tennis ball. Oh, my gosh. But M. Parsons is looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, do you want to answer Michael Stone here? And then I'm going to pull up, start going through some fun cards.
Okay. So the Blabbin mailbag episodes, there's a tab on our YouTube page. If you go to the channels page, there is a tab called Community, and maybe we should pull that up, Chris.
Can you get it? Here, I'll remove if you want to grab it.
I don't know. I feel like since I'm logged in, it kind of gives me a different. It gives me a different. All right, we'll make a video. We'll make a video showing exactly how to get there. A lot of people have found it and are able to get us questions. There is a section that says community, and then there's posts up there where you can either post about your new pickups or you can post some questions you might have.
Give me a second. Let me see. Let's go here. All right, Jeff, who was it that was asking about Chris Sale? There was a Chris Sale question there while I'm digging this out.
Oh, I thought everybody was just taking the blame for Chris Sale. More people were taking the blame.
Okay.
Canes Lance, I did respond to you on where you had the question. I don't know much about those Cheerio cards, so please let me know more about it. Are they You can only get them in the home stadium. Is that what's going on? And you can buy them as singles, or are they in packs?
I don't know. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay. It was SFO Sox fan here. Anyone get the sale 1 of 1? That was purchased by our very own Scotty B Cards. I don't know if he's put it on his Instagram yet, but he was very excited to get that. It looks awesome. Oh, and John Fry. Yeah, that is unfortunate. All right, Jeff, I'm opening up the tab to our page. Show me where to go.
Okay. Wow. Oh, that's dark. That is dark.
Sorry.
All right, but you're not logged in, correct? Or
I
are
am.
you?
I'm in as Spitballing Cards.
Okay.
Although, yeah.
Mookie Chilson saw Emma Stone live, actually.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Is it usually over here on the left?
It is not, because I think that leaves our channel. When I open it up, it's amongst those lists there where it says home videos.
Well, all right. Well, we will figure this out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. If any, Kane, maybe Kane, if you answered on, I can't remember if you asked on there or on IG. Oh, posts. Thanks,
Shoot.
Doc. It's the far right one next to the little magnifying glass across the center where it says home, videos, shorts, live, playlist, posts. Right in the center of the screen. Very center.
Oh, yep, right there. Posts. Oh, good Lord. Yep. Okay, there it is. All right. So yeah, click on that, and then right down in here, there's a community tab, and you can just anywhere down there.
Yep. And there, I believe up above, it's the one is right after the box wars. One is already posted. So all those.
Oh yeah, right here. Yep.
Questions.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. It was fun to watch us try to figure out our own channel for the last 4 minutes, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate the people who were able to figure it out before us and actually get those questions to us. Right. Shelly, I don't think I'm bidding on anything tonight. I'm just watching some of the end of the dynasty.
Yeah, I have no plans to bid on anything either, but I'd love if anyone wins something while we're talking, please help us. Please show us.
Hey, the difference is old guys can program a VCR. We're about the only people that can.
And I can't promise you I remember how.
Yeah, we'll work on it, Abel. Keep checking out that post. We'll clean it up.
We should be able to figure this out.
And yes, thanks to all those who joined us for our box war. It was a lot of fun opening 2020 Stadium Club Chrome. I'm not sure how many more
opportunities we're going to get.
Yeah, how many more opportunities we're going to get for that. So
this was great.
Joined us.
We actually pulled an auto. I think in blaster boxes, autos are like 1 in 5, or maybe 1 in 4.5. So I was pretty excited to beat the odds and get an auto, even though unfortunately it's I went the wrong way. Andres Munoz, who at least still is in baseball. And Jeff pulled the base Ohtani to win.
Ohtani, even though, I mean, you see there's like a 2-inch scratch right in the only place where you could actually see a scratch on these cards, right between the two sections. But hey, Ohtani's Ohtani.
Oh, I see why Shelly was asking you, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. No reddings for me, but good luck if you're bidding on it. I do want a red ink eventually, but I think my Churio target buying is going to be in November.
All right. And tip of the mitt collectibles. Yeah, with some bourbon here, there's no plans to bid, but you just never know where the evening can take us. And Michael Stone, great question. We're probably always looking for an Ohtani card that would make sense, but his prices are, as you know, extremely high.
Not the Dynasty out of 10.
Not the Dynasties.
$15,000.
So yeah, we have been eyeballing some Judge, but we definitely have to raise some funds first. We have the National coming up, which I will be at for sure. And then we have the West Coast Card Show, the Burbank Show a few weeks later that Jeff and I will both be at. So we may just spend the next 5 weeks raising money.
Yeah, I think, like Chris said, the judges we want are a little out of our range. We're trying to look at his first autos from 2013, and they just keep going up.
Yeah, Munoz, that is correct. Yeah, he's having a really good year.
Yep. Here, David, my recent pickup was an Ohtani Series 2 black. Funny thing is, I did a break for fun and took the Dodgers, and I'm a big Yankees. You got it in a break. That's awesome. All right, well, for all the talk we've just done recently on spitballing about how breaking tends to not be worth it. In your case, it sounds like it was worth it. And if it's clean, extra good. So
that's an incredible pull. Congratulations. It's good. Nice to see some people winning their breaks, winning their boxes. That's nice to see. Okay.
Tony flew to Milwaukee a couple weeks ago to go to the card show. Yeah, it sounds like the card show where Churio was signing. I think Braun was signing. Sounds like it was a lot of fun. The police cards and their packs look great.
Yeah, definitely send that bad boy over to PSA.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. It's SSP Thursday, Jeff. It's time to look at some cards that we've never seen before.
Let's do it.
As always, on this very special day, we like to start the only place we should start, which is Homer Dome Cards, who once again pops up with a card I've never seen, this Prince Fielder opening day SSP. And it's a pop 2, and of course he has both. So
yes, I like that little nugget he threw in there.
Now, one of the reasons I want to start with this, Jeff, is because Homer Dome here talks about what's been going on in his life for the last month. If you guys are on Instagram looking at cards, he hasn't really posted anything in a while. All right. And Jeff and I have this show here, and we really like to look at great cards. And we don't think we ask a lot of our viewers. You know, all we ask is that you guys just post good cards, show us cool cards to look at through thick and thin, which is an expression I recently learned. And that's what Homer Dome Post is all about. He recently got married and posted this card while on his honeymoon. And that's the kind of commitment that we need.
Absolutely. Yeah. M. Parsons approves. She's familiar with this sort of commitment from a spouse.
Yep.
Well
short
done.
Super short printed image variations, Jeff. They wait for nothing. They wait for no honeymoon. They wait for no baby, no anniversary.
First Thursday of every month. That's it.
Yep. It's important that it be posted, and we appreciate Homer Dome's sacrifice and what was likely a we'll call it a romance-free day on the honeymoon. It was a rehydration day or something.
Yeah, maybe the new wife was getting a massage and he was there. Not used to seeing the OD logo in the center of the card. That kind of threw me too as a Sox fan. Although, to be fair, I'm not an opening day connoisseur, so I'm not used to seeing a lot of opening day cards. But that stuck out to me too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's a great point. You know, if your honeymoon in Hawaii happens to coincide with the release of Return of the King, Jeff, it matters not. You go to the theater to see Return of the King on release day.
8 hours out of your honeymoon gone then.
There's no better way to spend it though.
Well, all right. No better way.
No better way. Actually, that's not true. There's one better way. And that would have been if the director's cut had been released into theaters. I would have happily spent another hour inside.
I can see you going and sitting through a full run of the 3 movies in a theater.
I mean, 9 hours is or 10 hours. That's a long time.
Yeah.
But anyway, Homer Dome, thanks for kicking us off. I hope you're enjoying your honeymoon. I hope your new wife is enjoying her honeymoon. And I hope it's not the last trip you guys take together.
That's a pretty cool card, Homer Dome. As a Prince Fielder fan, if you ever want to part with one of them, let me know.
Okay. All right. So up next, let's go right to Cardboard Showcase, Jeff.
Why not?
Because this fine gentleman posted these incredible World Series trophy cards.
Yeah, it's great to see them together. We've talked about these cards repeatedly on recent shows ever since Series 2 was released, and seeing them together is great. It shows what SSP image could and should be.
Crazy cryptids. That's what I love to hear. You know, you got to make the time. You know, you can't wait a week to watch that movie in the theater. It's got to be right away. And Abel, the extended. I mean, there's a couple amazing scenes in the extended version. I'm really bummed that they cut. I understand why they did, but still kind of bummed about it. But I mean, both the movies are great. I still tear up multiple times during part 3. But anyway, okay. I did want to say, Jeff, as cool as these 2 trophy cards are, and I've seen a lot of people, not even you and I, other people posting that image of that Ohtani and just talking about how cool it is. And I'm still trying to find another image on a baseball card. If any of you guys have seen one of a player chugging a beer, I feel like Topps generally doesn't want alcohol on cards. We know that the Marlboro sign on that Randy Johnson from '89, they ended up kind of covering up, airbrushing out. So I think it's pretty fantastic that Yamamoto didn't get the airbrush treatment here.
So I agree. And plus, you look at the background of the Freeman, and you've got Ohtani there. So it's a whole little matrix they've got of players in the background. And what we talked about this on a recent video about the mailbag and talking about SSPs, and it's nice to see the image means something. Ohtani had another Dodgers SSP, his first Dodgers SSP, when half the card is filled up with a white podium.
That's right.
And that card came first, but it sells for much, much less than this one. So
way less. And then he even had that other earlier one, that airbrushed one too, Jeff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
From last year. That was terrible.
Year. Yeah.
But yeah, these two cards are fantastic. And it's exciting to see people respond to the images. Yeah. And kudos. I'm really glad that Mike kind of shared our disdain for that series 1, the podium card.
Yeah.
And he was excited for us to see this one. And
it didn't disappoint.
Did not disappoint.
Pliskin, you're right. That was Fleer. That was Fleer that covered up the Marble sign. Fleer. But just in general, yeah, the trading card space doesn't. I mean, occasionally you might see Jim Leland sneaking a cigarette in the corner of a dugout card, but typically over the last few decades, they've avoided alcohol and tobacco.
Right. I mean, I certainly understand why.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a good discussion in the comments about the origin of thick and thin. I believe M. Parsons looked it up. She was concerned that we might have believed the lunch meat story from a couple of weeks ago. She did a little research.
That wasn't the truth.
Now, normally Cardboard Showcase, he posts something for SSP Thursday, and we're just like, we are blown away. It's usually it's hard to beat his post, Jeff.
Yep.
You know, because his collection is spectacular. He does a great job of grabbing these cards really quick. However, Cardboard Showcase was out showcased this week on SSP Thursday. And again, it's not a competition. And as we say in the gym, comparison is the thief of joy. But, regardless of that, Instagram user A Cardboard Compulsion, spelled with a K in there, went a step further, Jeff, and has acquired all of these Dodgers Golden Mirror SSPs with the trophies. You got Edmund with the NLCS MVP.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Will Smith after catching the final out against, of course, Brave legend Alex Verdugo. We got Yamamoto holding a little flag there. I mean, this collection of...
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
Yes, as a Vosox fan, this is exactly right. If the B could be 4 sizes bigger on that, it would be appropriate. I think he did say in the description, though, that he's going to have to part with some of them. I hate to see that broken up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this set, they started this a little bit with the Braves in 2022, Jeff, and then they kind of went away from it.
Yes.
But the Dodgers have star power to make these cards, perhaps a bit more exciting than an Ozzy Albies and Jorge Soler.
Yeah.
But yeah, these all together look incredible. I'm still on the fence on the Mookie Betts card. So we'll see if he wants to add that one before he breaks up the set.
Yeah. I believe this was the Paul Wilson card. I do have that somewhere here. I've got both the regular one and the airbrushed one and the original of the guy at second base adjusting himself.
Yeah, they even airbrushed out. I want to say it's John Taylor's Pro Set card. I might be where he's getting tackled and there's a belt.
Yes.
That's hanging in a very suggestive way. Yeah. And Pro Set ended up airbrushing that out. It's just a funny card.
It's kind of like the C-3PO golden.
Yes, except card. That one, I still am not sure what part of C-3PO we're looking at there, Jeff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this little grouping of cards is pretty fantastic. And I will get to, I shouldn't just focus on the Dodgers too much. Hold on, let me see. I got to find this one. Because, no. Too many tabs, Jeff. Shoot. Where was it? Damn it. Someone had I thought I grabbed it. I'm going to have to go find it. But yeah, there's a Nathan Eovaldi getting his World Series ring.
Yeah.
SSP that was posted today. While we're looking at the next one, I'll go grab. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. It's the next one. I had already queued it up for myself.
There it is.
Yeah, this comes from JL Duke Cards 2. And stuff like this is great. This is what collectors of teams want to see, Jeff. if your team happens to get this far, I mean, give us some images of it. It's awesome.
Yeah, you see the delight and joy on the players' faces. And yeah, they're playing a kids game, but it's also a business. There's a lot of money involved, but when the players win, it definitely means something to most of them. And you can see it in the cards. So that's cool.
Yes. Yeah, you can see how excited, like childhood joy on the faces of these guys who are mega competitive and hyped up, as my dad would say, to beat the band, which is another expression I'd love to know the origin of.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a breath. All right. So this is probably the next card, Jeff, might be my, well, how to describe my favorite non-Brave card that we saw.
Oh,
probably the best way. And this comes from a very good friend of the show, BFG Trading Cards. And this is in his pretty lengthy, well-written post. He talks about this is like a grail of his.
Yeah, and I love the post with Manny out of focus in the background too. Yeah. Well done all around, BFG. This is very cool.
Yeah, this card is awesome. If you're a Machado fan, if you've never seen this card before, it's his rookie SSP. I believe it shares the number of his Series 1 card, but it only was in update boxes. I think that's where all those SSPs were, and it is crazy rare.
Really rare.
I looked, Jeff, they were like, I don't know, maybe 30 total at PSA. So I think it's his best flagship card. It's a great image. Like, this sums up who Machado is. Off balance, and that ball he's throwing is thrown further than you and I could, like 2 crow hops, and we're on the moon. I bet Machado throws it further.
Yeah, and I love the black jersey, just the horizontal design of the card. It's very cool, and he is on his way to the Hall of Fame. Another great season this year. So yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely one of his best rookie cards.
Yeah, very, very cool. Also, I love seeing the Rages here chatting with each other. That's always nice.
Yeah.
We have what looks like a Massachusetts Rage and a SoCal Rage.
That's
Jorge, I was wondering if you were here. I know you love this card. Very cool. I wish Freeman had something like this out of 2011. They just didn't do it in 2011.
Yep.
Oh man. All right, there's some good Rock quotes in the
yeah, I see a little Rock conversation going back and forth.
All right, let me just throw the I don't mind leaving this card up for a minute. Let me just throw the trivia link in there. There are a couple good movie questions in here.
This box. I have a feeling about this box. Something's good in here. Maybe even more than a base card.
Ooh, I don't know.
You know how many cards are in this box, though, Chris?
No, I have no idea.
What's your guess?
Show it to me. Is that? Oh, that's the bigger one. That's not like the Mega. That's not a blaster. That's like the.
Yeah, I believe it's called a Mega Box.
Okay, I'm gonna say like 150.
224. That's a lot of cards.
That's like 2/3 of the set.
Could be something good in there.
Yeah, that is Rally Mantis's special box. Fun to say. Yeah, so hop in there for trivia. There's some movie stuff. There's some pretty good SSP stuff. Try to make it, easier than last week, but not too easy. I just hope you guys are up to date on your baseball movies and the Blabbin' mailbag video.
All that talk about the natural.
Right. All right, so SFO Sox fan dropped a bit of a hammer this week as well.
Yeah, it
is very cool to see all these cards in one place.
Yeah, this was very fun to see. All you need is that Hollywood card to put on top of their SFO Sox fan. This was a lot of fun to see. Yeah,
all these Stadium Club cards, very, very cool. That flag one on the top left, it always just stands out. That's a top 5 Mookie image of all time. I do wish, we talked about that, the Fenway shot, tip in the hat. I just wish it were a wider shot, like pull back so we can see how much the fans were happy to see him again.
What is the one in the middle, Chris?
The golf cart one from 2019.
No, sorry, the middle bottom where they're.
That is from 2021, and I believe that's Mookie Betts and Dodger legend Gavin Lux.
Are they wearing like swimsuits?
Yes, this was like a Dodger dress-up thing. Clayton Kershaw is him with 3 of his teammates on his SSP at a Stadium Club, and Mookie Betts gets this one with Gavin Lux. It's a shame if they put him with Kershaw. This car would be a lot cooler for sure. Or M. Parsons would love it if it was him and Chris Taylor. But unfortunately, Gavin Lux doesn't have the same.
No, not the same cachet as some of those other guys.
But yeah. These are very, very cool.
So is this a complete run?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the full run. the full run.
Incredible.
A couple of these, like that one on the top in the middle, really grew on me. The first time I saw it, I didn't think much of it, but that's like his first one as a Dodger. So you can really see Dodgers like kind of emblazoned across the chest as he's walking out in spring training.
Yeah. Like
Very
that
cool.
The blue jersey. Apparently that's a white men can't jump theme.
Ah, okay.
I get that. Mad City Brew, yes. Wisconsin legend, Gavin Lux.
Hmm.
Oh, Ninja Squirrel, thanks for watching this far.
Nice.
To that end, we heard from a viewer who now moved to London as well, and we've talked about doing a Blabbin' breakfast in honor of the breakfast at Wimbledon. So we'll have to figure that out sometime. We'll do a live some weekend morning, which would probably be your late afternoon ish.
Ricardo here says something interesting. He sent the middle top card of these to PSA, and it came back evidence of recoloration. There was a question on that Blabbin page where people can submit questions. A gentleman very casually said he had a Topps Black parallel, Heritage Black, I think it was.
Heritage Black, yeah.
Heritage Black parallel. I don't know if he was kidding or not, but his question was, there was some chipping on the side, so we took a black permanent marker and filled it in, and did we think PSA would see it?
I don't think he was kidding. I think he was just thought that, but we've had that happen to us. So yes, I know that some people do that.
Yes, PSA will see it. And Jeff and I did not when we purchased a card off of eBay. We were, or was it maybe eBay or Instagram? I forget. We were, swindled a bit on that one. Yeah. Mitch Haig is asking for Mr. 3000. And yes, that is on the list. It is a surprisingly watchable baseball movie. Like when you saw like the trailer, the poster, there's really no reason to think it was going to be good, but it was pretty good, I thought. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
Another Milwaukee production, Milwaukee baseball production.
Right?
Oh yeah. Might not be this early. Mad City.
I'll just stay up. It's fine.
Yeah. It just be, we'll finish the bottle makers and then start the show.
Yeah.
Nice. Always a good reason to be late, throwing balls to the kids.
Nice. Yeah. That's an excellent way to spend your time. Much better than talking with Jeff and I. Oh, Holmes at 116. I did that as well as a kid. I fake autographed a lot of my 1988 Topps cards.
Oh, I had a lot of fake autos. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Abel in Vegas, like just under a light. If you have like a loop, any light with magnification, the permanent marker it jumps out pretty quick. It's very noticeable, and I think PSA has something even stronger than what most of us would buy off of Amazon. All right, as much as I love looking at these Mookie Betts cards, I'm starting to feel a little bit envious of my Mookie Betts collection. So. All right, the next card I want to show
from Mookie, by the way, too.
What's it?
We need a big second half from Mookie on the field.
We do. He needs to. He's got to take the All-Star break week and just eat and get some calories in him and get some pounds on him.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the best SSPs I saw today, Jeff, was actually posted sort of by accident. This gentleman did not know about SSP Thursday, but just happened to have gotten this card back from PSA and posted it. So hopefully we've gained a fan of the holiday. So that is Pubby cards.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Pubby with 2 B's is also how my father spelled puppy when he was trying to type it into Google and got very upset that no puppies were returned to him.
Give me some puppies.
Neither here nor there. So yeah, this is his update SSP. Bat on left shoulder. He's got a couple great images. I like this card, Jeff. It's a very cool card. I wish it was the first SSP, the bat underarm, but bat on shoulder is second best.
Yep, second best for sure. And any Judge rookie SSP is pretty nice these days.
I want to so Doc's cards here says Profar goes deep again in an embarrassing offensive. And I knew what he was going to say. Like there was really no reason to add in the second line. Like I think he accidentally hit return or something. But yeah. And yes, Rage, Bernie Mac did do a great job at Mr. 3000. It's a really this great character arc in that movie. I gotta say, I liked it more than the national, or I'm sorry, more than the natural.
It
And
was
that's the type of
filmed
thing that
soon.
can get me killed.
Well, yeah. Careful what you say. It was filmed soon after Miller Park opened as well in Milwaukee.
Well, it was very clean. Baby Judge looks like Butthead. Oh man. Yeah, Thorson here. Baby Judge looks like Butthead. That just reminds me of another great SNL skit. I'm not even going to tell you more about it, but just go as Ryan Gosling, SNL, Beavis and Butthead. Go watch it, enjoy it. Very funny.
Yep. Hey, it's Joey. Yes, we were just talking about you, Joey. And it's Ken Griffey Sr. Let's be clear. It's a Ken Griffey Sr. retouched Heritage
Oh, right.
card. So keep us posted. What we'll see if PSA notices.
Yeah, my guess is that card's coming back.
Yeah.
But, man. Taste is a dangerous thing, SFO Sox fan. Maybe I need to give the natural another watch.
You watched it a year ago. I haven't watched it in over a decade.
I don't know. I will say that Robert Redford is a handsome man, and I enjoy he has great mechanics when he throws. So, I enjoy that aspect of it. It is, there's some beautiful moments too, but I don't know. Okay. Give me the Untouchables for a single movie clip. Ha! I was about to complain about Wilford Brimley, and here comes SFO Sox fan talking about.
Yeah, he was probably younger than we are right now in that movie, Chris.
I don't even want to think about that, Jeff.
Yeah.
I just don't. This is an amazing I'm not gonna put up an argument on that one. I'm really not. But okay. All right. Congrats on Puppy Cards. If he ever sees this, this is an amazing Aaron Judge card. Aaron Judge has some really, really cool SSPs, and a lot of them are locked away at Diabetes. Oh, another great SNL skit. John Goodman doing Wilford Brimley advertising what is it? Diabetes medicine. Is it? Or is he doing Quaker oatmeal? I don't remember.
One of them.
Judge has some really great cards. He has a lot of variations though, Jeff. So just be careful. Make sure you know what you're buying. Thorson, I'm laughing at this. Okay. All right. So yesterday, Jeff, was a pretty big deal, a pretty big day for Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, boy. I thought it'd be a given going into the game that he would get 3 strikeouts, and it really was touch and go there for a while, whether he would get them or not.
Yeah, so I'm very happy he did. And we saw some cool Kershaw cards today, but one of them stood out to me by a lot. I'm sure a couple did to you. I'm wondering if you saw the same one. But 661 Collectibles posted this Stadium Club Kershaw. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure. I know it exists, but I don't know if I've ever seen it before.
I've never seen it. And I liked it because it had him hitting, which we've talked about, with the helmet. We just posted our Kershaw Chrome SSP, where he also had a helmet on. It's fun to see one of the best pitchers of all time have non-pitching on-field photos.
Yeah, especially since we don't get any of these hitting ones anymore. I don't know if Kershaw has another hitting image out there. Dodger fans can tell me better. I'm not a huge Kershaw collector, but this is one I've had on my radar, I would say, for over 2 years, and I've never had the chance to buy one. So I was pretty excited that 661 posted this. I was just happy to see one like in the wild, to know that they're real.
They do exist. Yeah, they didn't forget to put them in packs.
Yeah. So that is really cool. That was my favorite Kershaw that I saw today. So 661, congrats, man. That's awesome.
Great card.
There's a gentleman in our Facebook group, in the Photo Variation Facebook group, Jeff, who is asking, I think about once a week, he has a list of stuff he's looking for, and hopefully we'll find him one of those cards. But this is always on that list. And I'm just like, And I think the picture he uses is from like the Beckett site where they posted the images. So it's not like a picture of it in the wild. Awesome.
Well, maybe he'll contact 661 and offer an exorbitant amount of money to get this. Yeah, like a Pools pitching card. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not what they're known for.
Not what they're known for, but very, very cool.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Thank you, LJB. I figured somebody here would know. So he's a 2020 SP holding a bat. That's cool. I can't picture that one off the top of my head. And I'm just going to say this one's better. It's got to be more rare.
Peeps show has 2 golden mirrors. Yeah.
Sure does.
Talked about that a little earlier. He's got that podium one from Series 1,
Yep.
which is a dud. And then this latest one that you saw Cardboard Showcases version of. And our friend Scotty B also picked one up and posted that today as well.
Yes. I like your choice of the word dud. It's very apt. Okay, I want to show one more Kershaw card, Jeff, and this one isn't even an SSP. But it was posted by McDoyle Sports. Great It's Always Sunny reference, I think. But this card is incredible. So I feel like we have to just look at it for a minute.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
We got a heritage duel with Koufax and Kershaw, 2 guys who hopefully will be lifetime Dodgers. 2 best lefties in the history of the organization. Sorry, Fernando. Close third, but incredible.
Yeah, and it's been going around. I don't know if you saw, Chris, but some of the stat comparisons between Kershaw and Koufax and some of their peak years, and Kershaw does compare very favorably to Koufax.
Yes, and by the way, thank you, J.E. Urseth. It is McPoyle on It's Always Sunny. That irritates me that I got that wrong. And yes, this is one of the greatest McPoyle moments, and the outtakes, the bloopers of the other guys unable to keep it together as this guy screams, "You will call her," is absolutely hilarious. Yes. And Parsons right behind you. Yeah. Yep. I get my pop culture sometimes, Jeff.
McDoyle's is Billy Madison from SFO Sox fan.
No, that's O'Doyle, isn't it? I think that's O'Doyle rules. I think we could spend the whole night going from one, from one deranged family to another. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. John, I've heard that there are people that collect these specifically, like the number 1, Chris, they call the alpha version, and this would be then the omega. It's the last of the 25 possible.
Okay.
Guess there's a collector for everything.
Sure, of course. I mean, hey, to each their own. All right, Joey K with a throwing a trivia question at us. I feel like I think I know, but I'm not sure if it was the no-hitter or not. I have a guess. I think it was Ricky Henderson, but I don't know if that's right. I mean, it's a guess. I'm just going to
I remember that Ricky Henderson one. I thought maybe that was like his 5,000th strikeout or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's the highlight that I've seen a lot.
Yeah. Joey K says big player. M. Newbert also is guessing Ricky. Big player? Big? Frank Thomas?
Oh, yeah. Possibly a Brave. Wait, that's wait. Oh, bookends. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joey K says, yeah, Ricky was 5,000.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Interesting.
Who? Give us a hint. What team was that 7th no-hitter against?
It's a big player. Interesting. Oh my God. Clue, he spits. This was early 90s. There was an interleague play, right? So it's got to be an American League team.
Alomar? Gregory's going with maybe Roberto Alomar.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Roberto Alomar. This is a famous spitting moment.
Yes, that's right.
Well, there we go. Good job, Gregory.
Yep.
A wealth of Lord of the Rings knowledge and baseball statistics. Okay, I mentioned outtakes, and now someone else did as well. I'm just going to throw another thing on YouTube that you guys, if you're in the mood to laugh, the outtakes from Grumpy Old Men. Burgess Meredith, it has no business being this funny, but Burgess Meredith runs through like 21 euphemisms for sex involving like food and like all sorts of different things. I don't know if he's just coming up with these off the cuff.
Isn't that Walter Matthau?
No, it's Burgess Meredith saying it to Walter Matthau, I think.
Wow.
Because it's the dad.
It's his dad?
It's the dad that's doing it, yeah. Although it might be Jack Lemmon's dad. I'm not sure whose dad. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Man, Burgess Meredith must be like 1,000 in that.
Well, yeah, he's playing the dad of one of those other 2 characters. Yes. Yeah, Chuck's taking his boat to Tuna Town. There's Chuck's going to put the hot dog in the bun. That was the one that broke me the first time. I didn't hear the next like 3, but it just goes on and on and on. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Tim's SF Giants fan. Yeah, this dual auto is one of the best. That's one of the best duels that I think Heritage has put out there. I'm a big fan. Yeah, Rocky's manager. It is Burgess Meredith. Yeah, there we go.
I thought he was saying it to the Italian widow. I thought there was a woman involved too. No,
I don't think so. I think it's about the Italian widow. But you know what? I honestly,
this is worth watching. We'll have to go.
We'll have to just yeah. This is reason enough to go pull up the outtakes and watch them again.
Yeah, and is that the first one, Grumpy Old Men, or is it Grumpier Old Men?
I believe that is the first. That is from Grumpy.
Because they also have the outtakes. I think it's from Grumpy, where he goes through all the euphemisms for masturbation.
Oh, I mean,
and I think that's Walter Matthau. Chris is right. It was the oldest dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was the Sophia, if you want to put it in Golden Girls terms of that movie. I try to put everything in Golden Girls terms, Jeff. All right. I can't look at this card anymore before All right, let's get into some stuff near and dear to my heart. I know Shelly was with us a little while ago. He posted these really cool Acuna dugout peaks at opening day, which is a set that, us crazy baseball card collectors really miss because we miss stuff like this.
Yeah, and now they're back, but not as rare.
It's not as rare. It's not quite the same. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times, Jeff. I wish I could make it bigger, but I just can't. So we're going to have to really kind of squint our eyes to see. That one on the left is Acuna in the dugout with blooper. It's Acuna's only card with blooper, and it's awesome. And I need to find, there's a jumbo of that exists. If anyone ever sees that, could you please send it to me? Not the card, but like the link to buy it. I would love to pick up a jumbo of this and then try to get Blooper to sign it next time at Truist.
Yeah, but now the autos are probably going to be $1,000.
Yeah, probably. Stupid Blooper always charges so much. But yeah, those were two really cool Acuna opening day cards. Shelly, that's great stuff. Congrats on having those too. And then also our good buddy Benor 14 Sport Cards posted this 2019. So that's just like the straight up SSP Acuna from opening day, making this incredible catch.
Flying.
Gold Cup still there.
Yeah,
man.
And surprisingly in a reasonable place, not up on the wall or under his foot.
Yes. Yeah, they put it in a good spot. This card is pretty rare, and it's one of his best action. And it's also cards, Jeff, that I don't have a copy of this, so I've looked at Ben Orr's post many times today. And there's the number of times I've almost bought it. I'm like, well, God, I don't want to spend that much on a second year card. And I regret it. But it is what it is. We all make mistakes in this hobby.
Yeah.
All right. It is Jack Lemon's dad. I'm getting some confirmation here in the comments that my weird memory is working out.
I believe you said it's Walter Matthau's dad first, Chris.
Did I? Oh, well, God damn it. I mean, they're both old. Who cares?
Yeah, you're right. Kevin's has that autoed.
Nice. Yeah. Kev's cards has some really cool stuff. Yeah, there's one of there is. Yeah, this card has like the opening day has some super rare ones, Jeff, with sticker autos.
Yeah.
We've seen some of those before. I just think this looks cleaner without the sticker. I mean, the sticker's more rare. I'm not shitting on it. It's a very, very cool card. But the purist in me just wants the.
Yeah, I get that too. I would probably sell the auto if I had it, buy this, and then use the whatever's left to get a different card.
Mike Worthen here just picked up the 2018 opening day Freeman. That's a very cool card. Wearing like the new era hat. Did you get that one from a Brave Dolphin by any chance? Because I know he had a copy he was trying to move. Man, some of those Braves collectors, Jeff, they get all the good stuff. Okay. Speaking of guys that get all the good stuff.
Oh,
did you see this post from LJB42?
Yes, I certainly did. Yes, I did. And thanks, Raymond. Exactly what I was thinking. Yes, this was a great little display of 3 young stars. Really cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is your SSP rookies: Achurio, James Wood, and Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, these three guys could be your starting outfield in the All-Star game, starting 2026 and
Yeah.
on, maybe 2028. Give Acuna a couple more years. But yeah, this is great stuff. This post got me excited.
Yeah, this was really fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, these are three guys, two of which are having huge seasons, and the other ones, I think Achurio is still the youngest one, right, Jeff?
Yes, definitely still the youngest of these three. A year and a half younger than Wood, I believe. And he's doing all right. He's I think he had his 50th RBI tonight. He had another walk, believe it or not. So he's actually starting to walk a few times.
All right.
Still growing pains, but yeah, he's still great on defense, and we'll see him in the All-Star game maybe in a year or two.
Yeah. Copy. All right. I'm going to throw the trivia link in there one more time. We're at 7
right, it's 7
o'clock.
o'clock.
Let's bang this out. Yeah, Jeff really wants to send out this mega box, and we're hoping that by next week someone tells us they pulled, maybe an SSP out of there. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Oh, Joey K, that's a mean question. Which player will go to the Yankees first?
Churio's got a long-term deal, so I would not think it's him.
The Nationals should have a ton of money. They're in a really big market. I know they try to pretend they aren't, but they really are. So they have no excuse for not locking up James Wood.
Right. He's like the one guy they should lock up. So,
and Armstrong is in Chicago. So none of these guys should be at the Yankees, Joey K. But one of them probably will.
Well, Pete Crow Armstrong's a teammate and fellow MVP candidate this year, perhaps Kyle Tucker might end up in the Bronx.
Yeah, that's a good point. That might be your more likely new Yankee. Oh, Crazy Cryptid said PCA easy. I don't know. Chicago's got a lot of money. They have no excuse for not matching whatever the Yankees can match.
Yeah, and if he keeps this up, it's going to be somebody they want to build around because he's the type of guy that they'll go to see.
Yeah, Rage 508. There's more grumpy old men outtake talk in our comments than I think. Once again, Jeff, anyone with a blabbing about slabbing bingo card. We should come up with something before a show and just see what it turns into.
Right.
Yeah.
Random 90s movie quotes, outtakes.
Yeah. Abel, I don't see Mike Trout getting moved unless he starts playing better.
I don't either. No one's going to take him on, much less the contract.
No, that's an enormous contract for a guy who right now is not playing anywhere near good enough. All right, we've got about 45 people in trivia.
All right.
I'm seeing 7:03. Should we go at 7:10?
Sure, 7:10.
Right.
A few more minutes to get in there. A chance to win your box.
Yes.
Win Rally Mantis special box.
All right, yeah. As much as I love looking at these three cards, LJB 42, congrats. That's a really great collection. All right, those two kind of go together, so we'll wait. I already showed this one. Okay. Yeah, we talked about seeing some different cards this week. This one comes from So Many Slabs, spelled with a T in the front, if you want to follow him, and I recommend it. I love this Evan Longoria card, Jeff.
One of the best, maybe the best Golden Mirror from last year.
Yeah, just awesome. It's a player that should be more collected maybe than he is. Was a really, really good player who gets forgotten about, unless you're a Ray fan. Jumping into the pool,
fan, perhaps.
Yeah. But yeah, very, very cool shot here. I'm a big fan of this card. I think he says I want to say it was like pop 2 or something.
Really?
Yeah, I can't read this. I've been staring at my phone. I
didn't realize it was that rare. I knew it was pretty rare, but I guess maybe just because they had used it to promote the product, I'd seen that image several times, but yeah, I can't recall actually seeing the card. So
yeah, we talked about it a lot, but I haven't seen anyone post it. I mean,
right.
It's Evan Longoria too, so maybe a lot of people aren't necessarily looking to grade and hold on to this one for however long, but I think it's one of his best cards. One of his most exciting cards. Might be a better way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Oh, J.E. Urseth, I can support this dedication.
Yeah. Well, there's a few folks who have went deep down the gold minted rabbit hole and not returned. Yeah, Los Bravos says Wood's a Boris client. I didn't know that, but I don't think that necessarily means he can't sign. We'll see what kind of direction that team wants to go in. Yeah, I think that there would rightfully be some very upset fans, and there'd be a lack of people going to the ballpark if they let Wood go. Oh, yeah. the goodwill from the 2019 team can only go so far.
Yeah. Yeah. And all those guys are gone at this
Yep.
point.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Yeah, we'll also see what happens. I think the odds of him signing, well, what do you think? I'll phrase it this way. What's more likely with this work stoppage on the horizon in 2027? If you're James Wood, do you want to sign now and get guaranteed money?
Yes.
Or do you want to wait and see what happens in 2027 to see if what changes? Or I mean, there might not be a season in 2027, but I think so. Do you want that guaranteed money, or do you want to roll the dice and see what happens with the CBA? I don't know. Guerrero obviously wanted the money.
Wanted the money, the security. I mean, how much more could you really get? Tip of the mitt: enjoy your fireworks. Be safe. And thanks again for selling us those 2020 Stadium Club Chrome boxes. That was a lot of fun to open.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Rivera has some great Stadium Club images, so I'm sure that gold minted in a 10 looks absolutely fantastic. All right, let's see what we got here. Yep. Congratulations, and I'm sorry if we have that sweet sound of Jeff cracking a beer is nice.
Had to get another one. Getting ready for trivia.
Yep.
I'm taking you guys with me. Oh, we get to go see the fireworks too. Good.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it moistens the vocal cords, Jeff.
That's right. Ready for these questions. Try to keep people on their toes.
Oh, there we go. David Hillner says, "Oh yeah, the Rivera is a pop 3. That's awesome." Okay, where are we on time? 7:07.
Want to show one more?
I think we can do one more. What do I have next? Oh yeah. All right, this one comes from Baseball Card Fiend. Excellent username, and this is maybe one of the. Otani's got to be the best Series 2 SSP, but Jeff, this one might be the second best.
Loved seeing this, and I was explaining this one to my kids because why is he a little boy? And I was explaining to them the story.
Yeah.
If you're Darren Baker, this is awesome.
Tim's SF Giants, ma'am. Yes, 100%. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, this card is great. If you guys watched the World Series in 2003, I don't know. Maybe you've seen video if you were too young, but yeah, Darren Baker was a pretty prominent feature or figure.
Sure was. Yeah. Sure was. And the cameras loved picking up him, getting the bats. We saw him get scooped up to get out of the way. Yeah.
And what a great idea.
Yep.
From Topps, like someone there had to have been like, hey, you know what picture we should put on? We should put on Darren Baker's SSP. Just a great idea. Great.
I mean, this it reminds me of one of our favorite cards that we have, Chris, the Vlad Senior and Junior when he's a kid. It's just something about the everlasting nature of baseball or something. Yep. Just the nostalgic part of it. I do remember this. I remember old Comiskey had true fireworks, those little pinwheels in center field. I miss some of those old stadiums. Not too many of them are left.
It's interesting too, Jeff. I just wanted to look this up before I said something that I didn't know if it was real or not. Oh, where did it go?
Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. It certainly hasn't before.
Me.
Dang it, where?
Somebody will correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah, someone will point out that I'm wrong, and that's what we want. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is Darren Baker's base card. Obviously, this is a stupid sunshine parallel.
Yeah, it's like what?
So ignore that. But like his base card, I believe I don't know if he still is, but on his rookie, he's a Washington National, Jeff. So it is a bit of a jump to make his SSP to put him back on the Giants. But I like it.
I like it too. I'm glad they didn't try. I could see them using this picture and sort of photoshopping the jersey, making it look like a Panini pajamas or something.
Right.
I'm glad they did not do that. So yes, kudos to Topps for just leaving it as is. Nobody's going to be really confused. The fact that they keep the SF logo on the bottom, it's great. I just like it.
Absolutely. Very, very cool. All right. 7:09, Jeff. Let's, we are going to throw this up. We're going to get sharing this. This is, by the way, indeed our 32nd Blabbin trivia experience.
Nice.
We'll describe it as. But yeah, so it's a pretty good prize we're giving away here. I hope you guys do well, but not too well. I don't like to see people make a joke of it. All right, we got a pretty good turnout, Jeff. So I'm ready to go at 7:10, which it just became. Are you ready? Okay.
Let me get a drink.
Yep. All right, here we go. All right, who's going to win that box? And let's see if we got another member of the 700 Club. Also, I apologize in advance for what I'm sure will be a technical glitch extravaganza.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Countdown is beginning.
All right.
Jeff,
A few more seconds.
take us home.
Get those fingers ready, everybody. Here we go. What year are Clayton Kershaw's first Bowman Chrome autos? 2006, 2008, 2010, or 2012? Newest member and 20th member of the 3000 Strikeout Club, Clayton Kershaw.
It's earlier than we thought. 2006.
2006. M. Newbert. Wow, quick on the draw. NCAV and one Yount fan. What 2019 set is this Clayton Kershaw from? Is it from Topps, Topps Opening Day, Stadium Club, or Topps Chrome? See the Budweiser horses in the background, right behind one of the best workhorses in baseball over the last decade.
I love this image.
Me too.
It's perfect Kershaw, like metaphor image.
78% of the people went with Stadium Club. You're correct. One Yount fan, Cav, and M. Newbert. Boy. And Christmas Collector right behind him. This Buster Posey SSP is from what 2018 set? Is that from Topps? Topps Opening Day, Stadium Club, or Topps Chrome? We saw this one today, Chris.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it before
after.
trivia, but maybe we could have.
Yeah. Rage says he's frozen. I still see it moving on my end. 33% said Topps, part of the famous pointing, hands raised. So yes. So M. Newbert's got it.
It's moving for me.
Question 4. What 2012 set is this Roy Halladay SSP from? Topps, Topps Opening Day, Stadium Club, or Topps Chrome? A recent post from the Blabbin' About Slabbin' account put this one up.
This is it's funny. I like it, Jeff, when I do a Google image search and the result is our own card.
That's what it was.
Yep. The answer is Topps Chrome.
79% of you. Very good. M. Newbert reclaims the lead. Christmas Collector, Abel in Vegas right behind, who threw a 10-inning shutout to beat the Braves in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series. Was it Dave Stewart, Dave Stieb, Oral Hershiser, or Jack Morris? Speaking of workhorses, this might have been what really got him in the Hall of Fame.
I think so.
47%, a pretty good split amongst everybody, but Jack Morris is the correct answer. 27 of you got that correct. M. Newbert, 402. 402. Whose 1991 Topps card is this with the hands over the border? Mark Gruzelanic, Wisconsin legend, George Bell, Mark Whitten, or Joe Carter? A promise comes to fruition.
And kudos to Jeff for correctly knowing how to spell Mark Grudzelanic's last name.
Grudzy, former Brewer and Milwaukee native.
Mark
29%
Whitten.
of the people got Mark Whitten correct, as it was promised a couple weeks ago. M. Newbert is in the lead. Guess the glutes on this 2015 Topps update variation. MLB Hall of Famer, AL Rookie of the Year, AL MVP, and 3,000 Hit Club member. Is it Miguel Cabrera, Ichiro, Derek Jeter, or Eddie Murray? Surprisingly, it was not the glute shot I was expecting from Chris. 29% of the people said Ichiro, saying flat butts are the thing. There they go.
Yeah,
M. Newbert.
Sure, Cabrera's would have taken up a lot more of the card.
This Nolan Ryan tuxedo card, which we talked about, is from what 1991 set? Is it Fleer Ultra, Stadium Club, Topps Finest, or Leaf? It's got the spikes, hat, and gloves, which makes the tuxedo bearable, right, Chris?
Yes, this was a rare out of uniform card image that we liked.
Yeah. 66% of the people said Chris's favorite set, Stadium Club. John said a bad angle or needs more lunges for Ichiro. Yeah. Probably both. I saw a tip of the mitt grab Moscow Mule. That's what I had. In Major League, fill in this Rick Vaughn quote. I look like a blank in this. Great photo. A mortician, a magician, a banker, or a gynecologist. You recall, they went to a place where it was required to have a tie. So they gave him a tie. He put it on. 38% of you said banker, and that is correct. Although all the other ones are pretty funny as well.
It's one of my favorite lines in that movie, Jeff.
M. Newbert, 7-Eleven. In The Rock, what sporting event do the Marines at Alcatraz shoot a VX missile at? Was it a baseball game, a football game, SF Marathon, or Hacky Sack Championships?
A lot of crazy sporting events in San Francisco, Jeff.
That's true. Imagine a marathon, San Francisco running up and
The
down
hills?
those hills. Yeah. Football game. Well done, 24 of you.
44%. All right.
Somebody's trying to make me lose my focus here. Oh, this sucks. All right. Well, we know we got somebody in the 700 club already. Christmas collector at 572. Cav at 624. And let's see if one of those people getting last one right. M. Newbert, 711. Congratulations.
I gotta say, Jeff, I think M. Newbert, that was a coast to coast. He was in first place after question 1, and I don't think he ever wasn't in first place.
That was really impressive. And I think he got the last one wrong, but nobody close to him got it right.
Yeah.
Well, nobody was really that close within striking distance.
Yeah, toward the end of the rock, they do shoot a missile, and it's going, I believe, right at the old Oakland Raiders stadium before General Hummel diverts it at the last second.
Yeah, and then is that when they talk about, well, how many people would we lose? And he says, I don't know, like 50 or something, and that's not bad. No, 50,000.
50,000. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, congratulations, M. Newbert. That was a very impressive performance. Good work.
He's faithfully reporting he was down after number 2 and then came back.
All right. Well, we appreciate it.
Well done. Is this a repeat win for M. Newbert? I feel like he's been.
I think so.
Before. Well, regardless, send us your address again, and I'll get this box out to you this week so you can.
Yeah, and report back to us. Let us know what you get, how it goes. Yeah, that was a pretty good battle in there. I was glad to see you guys got the movie questions. At least enough of you did. That's always good to see.
Well done.
We try to mix in some fun pop culture stuff.
Yeah, I saw somebody trying to distract Chris and the other viewers with saying Acuna was traded in the midst of trivia.
Come on now. It's I guess a noble effort, to try and win. There's no there's no honor amongst trivia players. Whatever it takes. Yeah, KPS. The best thing to do, honestly, at this point, is to just kind of walk away. Take some time off. I didn't watch yesterday. I didn't watch today. I'm gonna just enjoy my holiday weekend. I'm not going to ruin my mood by watching them play. Just gonna take the weekend off. I'm looking forward to the All-Star game. Seeing Acuna in the All-Star game will probably be, sadly, Jeff, the highlight of my season.
Yeah. Home run derby, maybe too.
Yeah, the home run derby. Yeah. Abel in Vegas. We thought about doing more Kershaw questions, but kind of ran out of steam. Okay.
John says same record on this day in 2021, Chris.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I appreciate that type of that team caught fire and magic in a way that I don't know if we'll ever see again. Yeah, Los Bravos, I'm sorry. Sometimes I like to hurt myself.
Yeah.
It's how we can heal.
Self-flagellation.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen these yet. I've not seen the home run derby jerseys.
They look good. There's some cool Hank Aaron nods. Like the home run derby is on 7/14. The All-Star game is on 7/15. So I think the Braves sort of referenced that with the jerseys a little bit.
Good.
Mellow Cards, how's it going on your Thursday night? Thanks for joining us. And Jay, you see, we get fans here from all franchises, Jeff. And I can hurt myself to make a few Twins fans feel better.
Yeah, it's a big moment for Twins fans.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, Alan Forrest, I like where your head's at. We're definitely going to get some chicken chunks soon.
John, what are you? What do you wish you would have known prior to purchasing the tickets? Oh, that the Braves weren't going to be good.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, I mean that's the roll of the dice. The All-Star game is great. It's going to be really cool. They better let Acuna lead off though. I don't want Ohtani leading off. Not in Truist. Acuna better get to lead off.
That's interesting.
We'll see how that shakes out. It is Dave Roberts managing, but I know Snicker will be in the dugout.
NL are all 44, and the AL are all number 3. Interesting.
Ooh, I like that. That's cool. Sounds like
and
a great opportunity.
Nobody's bonds.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that sounds like a great opportunity for some SSPs, Jeff, with those
I think
all-star
so,
numbers.
with 44 jerseys on.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just doing the Pablo Escobar. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we mentioned this one in our trivia. This comes from SJC Card Collector, and it's just one thing I wanted to just talk about is how Grail cards exist for different people. And for him, this was his ultimate Buster Posey hunt, according to his post. And he was checking all places. He's looking on Reddit, he's looking on Blowout, he's looking on Facebook, eBay, all the auction houses, and did finally find one. So congrats to him. This is a very cool 2018 Buster Posey. We can feel like he's pointing right at us, can't we, Jeff?
The hunt paid off. Yeah. And when I saw this, the first thing I thought of was he's the man in charge. He's the boss now. He's given a boss point there.
Yeah, rolling the dice on Devers. I thought that was a great move for them. Obviously, the team has kind of stunk since he got there. I don't think we can blame him entirely, but the team's in a bit of a funk. Hopefully, he gets hot and he can pick him up a little bit. But, whew. Interesting.
This is what I was looking at. A lot of the first swath of dynasty auctions are ending tonight, and
before we close, Jeff, we're gonna have to check in on how those ended. I'm very curious to see what those prices look like.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a couple of them, man. Yeah, there's a lot on Quick Consign. Is this a site, an account that's doing a lot of them?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's smart. Get them up quick, right? SD Pliskin, this sounds pretty cool, but also extremely sad. Given that the best player in the National League, the war leader and NL MVP frontrunner, had gone down with an injury before that All-Star game happened. That is a shame. Ooh, Devers is up now. Well, keep us updated. That's what she said cards, Jeff, with a bit of movie history here.
I saw that in the theater. Not on opening day, but man, one of my all-time favorite movies.
Did you see it with your mom?
I did. Yep, I saw it with my mom and my older sister, my aunt at the time.
Feels like potentially a strange movie to see with your mom.
Back to the Future. Well, I mean, I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't get the incest vibe. I was only 7 or something.
Well, honestly, I'm glad to hear you didn't pick up on that at 7.
No, but what I distinctly remember is the hanging off the clock tower, Doc hanging off the clock tower at the end, and I was very scared that he was going to fall. That's my biggest memory of that. Yes, probably another 3 or 4 years later, it would have been really uncomfortable to watch with my mom. But at that time, I was just like, all right.
Yeah, I wonder. And back in 1985, if any teenagers went to the movies with their parents.
Here's a nice family movie. Let's go see it.
Yeah. Right? Oh, Jay Marble, thanks for stopping in to wish everyone a happy 4th. Happy 4th to you. Enjoy your 3-day weekend.
Yeah, sorry we missed you when you were here in Southern California. I know it was a busy schedule with volleyball and all that other stuff, but happy 4th, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, we'll definitely catch you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Burbank Card Shop and maybe a donut afterwards across the street. Oof. All right, John Fry, I'm excited to see those prices. All right, so this... Over on our, Jeff and I are part of Spitballing Cards, as you guys may or may not know, or may or may not care. But we have a Patreon over there where we do some bonus stuff every week, including we have a thank you, Shelly the Turtle. We have a spreadsheet and a chat going of our viewers and cards that they are looking for.
Yes.
This card recently came up on that. I forget the name of the gentleman who's looking for it, but he said, and I completely understand. He said he has literally never seen this card. He has been looking for it. I think he said since a year after the product, and he's never seen it. We know that Short Print a Day has 1 copy, and this is the only other copy of the card, Jeff, I've ever seen as well.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
And Sean-O-Meter here on Instagram says this is, and I didn't even think about this, but obviously before they started, Golden Mirrors started in 2023. This is Jose Ramirez's only flagship SSP before the Golden Mirrors started. He has been so good for so long, and even Topps overlooks him, Jeff.
And you can't help but wonder if that's one of the reasons that he's under collected, given his talent, is that he just didn't have a lot of cards. He didn't get the cards that a guy like Harper did, or even Betts. So
That's a great point.
That could be a reason for his.
Yep, you're right. I think you're onto something there, Jeff, because he has fewer autos as well. And we kind of say one of the reasons Mookie Betts may have been under collected is because there was no autos for a decade.
Yes.
And Ramirez didn't have any great variations. He also didn't sign a ton of cards and sets. And I think that definitely affects the hobby. But this card is awesome. Those 2018s, as M. Newbert here says, one of the best overall flagship sets ever.
Yeah,
all the way through the
together.
All right, hold on. Jukim, we will be at the West Coast Card Show. We should do something, Jeff. We should do, like, even if we just meet up at the
hotel bar.
Well, the hotel bar, if we're staying at that hotel, or how close are we to the the Cheesecake Factory bar? Like, we could just do a meetup there.
It's not a bad idea.
Jeff and I went to the Cheesecake Factory bar, I think 2 years ago, just because it was close. Our feet were killing us. We were hungry. And I remember I got like it was like a double egg, double bacon, chicken omelet, and then like 3 bourbons. And the bartender was like, I have never served anyone these items together before.
That's a great idea. Yeah, maybe we should,
we should look into something. We will, Ju Kim, I like where your head's at. This is a great idea. I think we will work on this. We'll try to make this happen.
We'll look into something. Cardaholic just got back. Wanted to wish a happy 4th. Thank you. Happy 4th to you and your family as well. Thanks for checking in.
Yes. Be safe with fireworks. Be safe with your barbecues. Be safe in the pool. But also have a really good time. Man, this is such a cool card, Jeff. The fact that the more I think about it, the less I've ever seen it. But anyway. Okay. What do we got? What do we got next? I did that one. Did this one. Oh, here we go. All right.
I hope my eyes are deceiving me, but I just saw somebody that said Vlad is another 0 for 5 in an 8-run game.
Probably.
Wow.
I mean, we can, let's hope it's the eyesight. Ours and not his. All right. I want to talk about one of my favorite cards out of 2025 Series 2. This is the Richard Fitz Golden Mirror SSP.
Yep.
And I'm really glad that J1 Collects shared this because I love this card, Jeff.
It's not on the field, Chris.
It's a rare, that's right. It's not on the field. He is in uniform, though. I have to point that out. The more I look at it, the more I love this card, Jeff. The mascot, the Wally the Green Monster, is a fantastic mascot. The guy's name is Dick Fitz. And they appear to be having a normal conversation.
That's exactly what's so appealing about it. It's not just hamming it up for the camera. It looks like they're caught mid-conversation, which just makes it extra funny. Yes, so I agree.
They're just chilling. Like, we got a guy in a Santa hat.
The guy with Red Sox pajamas on.
Yeah. He's talking to a literal green monster as though this was just 2 guys like sitting next to each other at the bar hanging out. I'm a big fan of this card. I think I might have to get one of these and try to get Richard Fitz to sign it. I think that'd be very cool.
And blooper, that might be more expensive.
Yeah, right.
Hey, what's up, Ziggy? Thank you. Appreciate you being here. 850. Happy 4th. Tip of the mitt. I don't think I can make the National, but Chris is planning to be there with at least a couple of the other members of the Spitballing crew. So
yes, Filmington and I will definitely be there Thursday and Friday. We're planning something for Friday night, some sort of get together. Filmington is in charge of finding us a location. I'll be there with Short Print a day. We'll be walking around, almost certainly overwhelmed, Jeff, and probably looking for a quiet place to sit, to be alone with our thoughts.
Yeah.
Overwhelming. Hey, his name is Wally the Green Monster. I don't name these guys. Yeah. Abel in Vegas. Jeff, what hotel were we at last year? Because there was a really nice bar in one of the hotels, but it was kind of pricey.
pricey, but I think that might have been the Weston.
Because we just walked, right? We walked like kind of across the street and maybe 50 yards, and we were at the center.
Yes.
So it might have been the Weston.
We were right there.
Yeah, we'll put something together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, now curators hopping on. They're really concerned, Chris. You don't know that might be somebody wearing a costume.
You don't know that for sure. Now there is a Wally the Green Monster mascot at the games, but you don't know what this is. They're not at Fenway Park here. That could just be a guy.
Yep.
I mean, he's wearing a Red Sox shirt. He went to TJ Maxx and bought that Red Sox button-down shirt. All right. Either way. J1 Collects. Hey, thanks for joining the show, and thanks for posting this awesome Richard Fitz card. They're decorating cookies too. I mean, that just adds another level.
Is that what's in his hand? I thought it was a pen, but maybe it's like some icing or something.
Oh man,
Dick Fitz has some icing in his hand. Chasing Majors. It'd be great to meet you in person. So I do hope you make your way out.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, please keep us updated if you're coming out. My wife and I do cookie decorating with our friends' parents and our friends in Alaska every year. And I'm terrible at it. Really artistic people can make these cookies look great. I suspect that Dick Fitz might not be the best cookie decorator, but I'm thinking the Green Monster has some good ideas.
Yeah, it looks like he's explaining how to do it.
Oh,
yeah. Maybe
they're a kitchen cook. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is just Richard Fitz at home with his buddy. I don't know.
SoCal Rage is teasing some of these prices, and when you're done, God. Chris, I'll scroll a little bit through what I'm seeing.
I got like 2 more cards, and then let's look at some dynasty. Let's check the bloodbath, Jeff. Let me just get through a couple of these real quick. They're going to go fast. This is vintage modern cards, and I know we don't have a ton of big Bregman fans out there, but I love this uniform. I love seeing it. And the way he's pointing, we get so many stripes, and I like the number on the pants too. I'm a big fan of how these look.
I mean, this is essentially like a heritage throwback card in opening day. Love that old uniform, the elastic waistband. Just everything about this card is great.
Oh, and Ju Kim, I like this. Oh, whoops, I like this idea too. If we do a Blabbin meetup, we should make like Blabbin name tags, and people can fill them out. But I think we should print out like here for Blabbin or something like that and hand them out to people.
Yeah. Blabbin to be here. Yeah, you're right. We should think of something clever.
We'll just go. We'll put that one on M. Parsons. She's
M. Parsons will come up. Yeah.
Our linguist, if you will. Okay. I got 2 more, Jeff. This one comes from our very own Gigi's cards from Gregory. Posted a very cool Hank Aaron card that both Jeff and I can enjoy. We have a Braves legend, but in his Brewer days there at the end. Very cool.
Yeah, he spent a year and a half, his last year and a half with the Brewers, and still could hit home runs, but the crowd loved him, and you could see I'm grateful that they got a shot of the crowd. It's Old County Stadium, which brings back memories for me as a fan. The red fence and the box seats. Just see, he's really happy to be there. I think he was always a fan of Milwaukee. Of course, when the team moved to Atlanta, he gladly went along with him. But from all accounts, he did enjoy his time in the twilight of his career back in Milwaukee, and this is a great shot of it. Yeah,
the thing that stood out to me, Jeff, and I'm sure you saw it too, is the standing ovation he's getting behind him.
Yep,
just beloved his brief time in Milwaukee. But that's just a really cool card. So GG, Gregory, if you're still here, congrats. That's an awesome card.
Yep. Back when the Brewers were in the American League. Yes, that's true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And these, the 2019, I feel like Series 1 didn't have SSPs, but they had the Legends, I think, in Series 2 and Update.
Yeah.
I guess there's some other ones in Series 2, but they're really, really hard. You don't see them very often.
No, I love this. This is one I would like to have for my collection at some point.
Yeah.
So that's put it on my list.
All right.
Looks like Tony and Junior Soprano to the left of Hank. It does. You got the little hat on the gentleman with glasses. It's a little tiny hat.
Look at all the just what people were wearing.
Yeah,
like back then.
Right. The uniform didn't change that much compared to what everybody else is wearing in the stands.
Yeah. All right. One more card, and this is, I think it probably belongs on the list of, is this one of the best image variations ever? This one comes from Three Guys Cards, but I think Scotty B Cards posted it as well this week.
Did. Yep. Saw a couple of them this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's your 2019 Stadium Club Mike Trout variation with Judge and Mookie. Currently, there are 6 MVPs on this card, but I have a pretty good feeling we're going to see a 7th.
Yeah. Mookie's got a little work to do, but he could get there. Yeah. J.E. Ursith will be at the National. Look for the guy with the Pete Weber inscription gold necklace. Awesome.
It's a lot of words. That's got to be a heavy necklace.
And BFG, this is a great idea. You could put an Instagram name on the name card because, yes, a lot of us know each other by our Instagram handles, but have no idea what the person's actual name is.
Nope. Or what they look like.
Yes.
We have no idea. Oh, where did that go? Oh, here we go. Emophobic. Yeah, this is really interesting. Old photos of sporting events, people in suits. It's weird. It's like old airplane advertisements, people in suits and ties. Now people get on the airplane and you just wonder how they even left their
bare
house.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, David Hillner just picked up one of these. Man, you're on a bit of a heater. Great week for you.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Great job.
This card is really cool. There was a jumbo that was for sale on eBay. I want to say it was like $499. And I'm like, well, that's a preposterous price for a jumbo card. But I was telling Jeff, what would it cost me to get all 3 of these guys to sign it? I think at the end of the day, probably like over $3,000 for the 3 autos.
Yep.
Now we're looking at after authentication, now it's like a $5,000 project. Yeah. And someone scooped up the jumbo before I pretty much had talked myself out of it. But
yes,
I would
I'm
love
glad.
to see someone,
I'm glad that they.
I want to see someone complete that though, Jeff, because that would look amazing.
Yeah, I wonder if you could get those in private signings or at a game, perhaps.
A game would worry me that it could get really badly bent or something. I don't mind corners getting dinged because it's not about the condition after that.
No, you'd have to have it in a trapper keeper or something to bring.
Oh, absolutely.
Safely.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Able in Vegas. Yeah. National shirts. Owner of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. Or I collect pictures of men. I mean, you could put anything on there. Okay, Jeff. Let's look at some dynasty cards.
You want to see this?
I do. I want to see the bloodbath.
All right. Let's all look through these together a little bit.
While you're pulling that up, Professor's Dugout points out, the SSP stamp, 3 Guys cards. He does some good stuff with his posts. Good graphics, and that he puts some effort, and then they look good. So check that one out. Give me. Okay.
All right, Chris. Can you see what we got here?
We sure can. Oh boy!
All right. For 1/10 of the price of a box, you get a Manny Machado horizontal. Pretty nice patch there.
It does. That's 3 colors, right? A little bit of a white and then the yellow and the black.
Yep. Almost a little pinstripe there, too. Here's the first Ozzy Albies. $167. Now, how are you feeling if you spend $2,000 on a box and you get that Albies?
I mean, mine, I would not even be able to recoup the 167, Jeff, because I would have walked out my front door and thrown it into the street.
Yeah. Well, maybe that'll make them more rare. There'll be few Albies that survive the breaker's anger. So Pete Alonso.
Can we just talk for a minute about Pete Alonso selling for twice what Manny Machado did?
Yeah.
What's the thought process? Excuse me. How does that happen?
That's a great question. I mean, it's a 2-color patch, not even a 3-color patch. Both out of 10. But we get to our second Albies, and this is a pretty nice patch. It looks like a number. Maybe
it's a
an upside
jumbo.
down.
Okay. Yeah.
Number. 188.
Can you imagine you're opening, if you're doing it dramatically, you're like, oh my God, I got a jumbo patch.
A jumbo patch of somebody's number.
So it's going to be numbered out of
5. Matt Olson special event baseball out of 5. Quarter of the price of a box.
Thorson here is right. That Albies card paid the tax.
Yeah.
If you bought the box on eBay. Mike. So that's Matt Olson. I'm sorry. That's an event ball, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah. An event ball from, I believe it says 2020 ALDS Game 4. All right.
Yeah. David Hillner right there with you. Okay.
So here we get a Pujols ball. I mean, this is pretty cool. You get the sweet spot of the ball. A 1/1 gold. It's his 30th homer from 2011. $3,600.
And I gotta say that auto looks pretty good. That's a nice bold Pujols auto. That's a great looking card. I like it. So yeah, you're up. What is that? What's that math work out to? 75% plus?
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're still going to pay fees probably on buying and selling. Okay, there's one that's higher. And similarly, here we get another one of one. But here, one of ones aren't even paying for the cost of 2 boxes. So you pick up 2 boxes, you get this one of one, and you get that Albies, and you're still down.
Yeah. I mean, this Randy Johnson is cool. It's amazing to me, Jeff, that a guy that big with hands that big can sign small enough to fit in that little space.
Yeah.
I want to know what the special event is. Is that the ball that killed the bird?
It's the matchup versus Barry Bonds, it says.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Jordan makes his first appearance at Ozzy Albies prices.
But
number 1. This is the alpha, Chris. It's number 1 of 10.
What a tough time to sell a Jordan card.
Yeah,
By the way, I got his name right. I'm very proud of myself.
Hold on.
Crazy Cryptid's pointing out here that Pete Alonso is more likable than Machado. And yes, I would agree with that. But man, that's a huge. Is he 2 times?
Yeah, 2 times. This was one of the rare cards that a lot of people were talking about. People were excited to see a CJ Stroud, who's the quarterback, Chris, for the Houston Texans football team. I see he's wearing an Astros hat on here.
Okay.
But yeah, so special insert kind of card.
I mean, you know what that was. If that was pulled by a breaker, they went batshit bananas crazy.
Football player.
Oh, see guys, and you lost money on that.
All right, we got a rookie card. Austin Wells rookie. Silver patch. Game used. 4 out of 5. This went for best offer, so probably didn't even go for the $600.
Hold on. Go back to that. Leave that one up there for a second, Jeff. SoCal Rage, I chuckled at this. What is this patch, Yankee fans? What do we got here? Because that almost looks like one of the sponsorship patches, Jeff.
Yeah,
but I thought those were a special thing, or maybe this is just one of the sponsors and they didn't put sponsor on there. I don't know.
Well,
but that is, listen, if you believe in Austin Wells, if you think his playing ability exceeds his autographing abilities, then that's a pretty great card to grab for $600.
All right, we got a 5 out of 5 patch by perennial all-star Trey Turner. Under $200.
Oh my God.
Vertical.
Crazy Cryptids. Thanks, buddy. I don't have a ton of experience there.
First judge we see. Okay, this is a judge out of 5. So probably the second best player in baseball, maybe the best hitter. Numbered out of 5 auto, two color patch, and you don't even get the price of a box back.
Okay, but this I have a lot to say about this card. All right. What is Topps doing? This is an out of 5. And they're giving us a 2 color patch here. Like, I don't know. I don't get putting. That's a very generic looking patch. There's nothing special about that. I think that's just a really poorly put
figure out what it's from too, Chris.
Just that's a poorly put together card
with that much black on it. Is it from like a batting practice jersey? It's the patchy part is the white.
That's just a real.
Yeah, but you could give it a nice chunk.
But you could do better than this. Like a number, I get it out of 10.
I thought you were going to go after this picture, Chris.
Of course, the picture's terrible.
John said it was stung by bees.
I mean, his face is oilier than mine when I was a 15-year-old. I mean, we
might have to put a parental warning if people are going to watch this. Yeah,
that's just a rough card right there. It really is. So I understand it. I'm surprised. Like if you told me an Aaron Judge dynasty card wouldn't get my box back, wouldn't get me the box price back, I would be shocked. But in looking at that card, I get it. I get it.
Jordan with a pretty cool patch here. Vertical. I like the picture. At least it's an action photo.
Yeah.
From a big consigner, PC Sports Cards, $225.
That let's pull that. Can we go back to that one again? That's the best looking card so far. That's the card, the first one of these that I'm like, ooh, that looks really nice.
Agreed. Yeah, you've got a fun patch.
Yeah. I am impressed, by the way. 77 bids. That's a lot of action.
Bids to not get past $225. It's a lot of dollar incremental bids. A Matt Olson that went for less than 300.
Hmm. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Again, Braves fan speaking here, but that's very clearly from the sleeve of one of the throwback jerseys.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know what it ever will be worth because it's Matt Olson. Some idiot thought he would be the NL MVP this year. But yeah, that's yeah. I mean, for $100, I would scoop that up in a heartbeat, Jeff. But
Well,
I think
we'll have to check 130 points, see what it went for.
I'm guessing it went for more than that, but not a lot more.
All right. So we've got our Jackson Holiday. Before I scroll down, he's one of the bigger rookies, right? Out of 10, patch auto. What do you think that went for?
Before we saw these prices,
sorry.
oh, well, I was going to say before we saw these prices, I would have said like you getting your box money back, but now I'm going to say we didn't. Money. That's all right, and yeah, you definitely didn't. Yeah, I mean, he looks like a kid, you know, like posing for one of those like those fairground things where you can put on like a batting helmet for your team and they put you on the cover of Sport magazine.
Yeah.
That's just a crappy looking card. The patch is kind of cool though. The curve of looks like maybe the Orioles, the curve of one of the O's.
Yeah, everybody's saying, oh, I like how we can read with the breakers. Sick. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's gonna pay for
my
the
impression
box.
was pretty good. The more I think I got the.
Well, I got to get ready for breaking. Here we got a Vlad out of 5. First of all, look at that patch. That's pretty pathetic for a high end.
That's a stripe. Get out of here. That's junk. Cool
terrible
auto.
Picture, terrible patch.
They couldn't find a picture of him like in the light.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The picture of this card, whoever took it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the card itself. I mean, it looks like he's hitting in a batting tunnel. They didn't turn the lights on it. I mean, that's a crap looking card. I'm sorry. Number $230. Gross.
David Ortiz, game used patch, Big Poppy. 360.
That's one of the better patches we've seen though.
Yeah, it's almost like there's some writing on that patch too.
Yeah, I don't know what's on the top right of that.
Yeah, it's like
but that's interesting. I mean, that one looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Crazy Cryptids, I want to disagree with you on that, but I'm not sure that I can.
Jaron Duran, 5 out of 5. A pretty cool patch. That's okay, pretty nice.
Yeah. Patch is getting better.
Patch is getting better, and that went for 270. So you could have basically any 4 or 5 of these cards for the price you'd pay for one box. Chance it.
Thecarddeal.com. Yeah, I would put this on the outside of the box.
What?
Definitely a singles buy product.
Oh, yes. Yes, for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Jordan Lawler, out of 5. Looks like another promotional patch, sponsorship patch, maybe. Out of 5.
Rookie there. Oh, man.
Another terrible patch, and the picture is not great of Alvarez here. The other one was better. Boy, everybody's getting rid of. Look at all these.
They're all the same. I mean, like, those two pictures were clearly taken within a minute of each other. Like, well, put the bat on the other shoulder.
Oh my gosh, Chris. I mean, Bregman was kind of the butt of all the jokes during the video. Here's this 1 of 1. Less than a quarter of the box.
Less than 25%, most likely, of what that person paid for the box.
Yeah. That's
good Lord.
Another Austin Wells.
All right, Crazy Cryptids. That's some good wordplay.
Volpe.
Ugh. Woof. 355 for an Anthony Volpe dynasty. I mean, it's as if people looked at his stats before they bid, Jeff.
I did see that he's left the most people on base this year as of now, 151 players. Not a stat you want to be leading the league in. Another Jackson Holiday that doesn't give you the cost of a box.
Now, I got to be honest. I do like how this card looks. That's a good bold auto, cool patch, and a nice kind of an action-y shot.
How about when you're opening these boxes, Chris, and you see an Oriole and you're like, oh, it's this. Look, oh, yeah. Oh, it's Heston Kjerstad, and it's worth $150. I mean, because from their profile and the pictures they use, they don't look that much different.
No, they don't. Meeks, yes. We look at this too, and this has to be unsustainable. Who that is selling these cards, Jeff, will buy into next year's dynasty? Like how? I mean, how many times can you get just aggressively brutalized and go right back to it? You know, I don't know. By the way, Meeks, your dog is adorable. That's an excellent YouTube image.
Another Heston 153, Colton Cowser. Man, a lot of Orioles in here.
That's Colton Cowser's out of 5.
Out of 5 rookie.
Decoration. Yikes.
Here's the Mookie we were speaking about earlier. I think there's other factors going on here, but it is a jumbo.
Yeah, I'd
And
be thrilled to pull that Mookie,
Yeah.
just to have a Mookie on card auto. Okay, Jung-Hoo Lee out of 10.
Now this
Cool patch.
patch out of 10 looks better than some of the patches out of 5 we've
It
seen.
does.
Almost all of them. Another Jung-Hoo Lee. Olympics. Now we're into the Olympics. Let's check. Altuve was 240 or best offer, so it was less than that.
I mean, someone was just like, I lost. I'll take what I can get. Oof, woof on the Juan Soto. I mean, that is out of, like, I guess, Topps and Fanatics control. If he's re-signed with the Yankees, that card goes for a few $100 more.
Yeah. You think Short Print Today bought this Garrett Cole?
That patch looks great.
The patch looks
Looks
really
like
good.
I'm trying to think. What is that?
I see it's on a road uniform, right?
I guess it's the E. I'm trying to. Could it be the E from Cole?
Yeah. I bet it's the top of the E. You're right.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, and he signed in a good spot.
And it got one bid. It was at $399. Got one bid.
Yeah, I don't know, J.E. or Seth. What would a Baltimore spot be? You could get Holiday. You could get Hurstad, but I mean, do you want
Hauser? You're probably paying a lot for it.
There's 3 Orioles rookies in there. Man, oh man.
Whoa. Cedane Rafaela, rookie. $76? Could that be true?
Yeah. Why would it be more?
Yay. All right. I think we've gotten out of the baseball ones, but
okay. Ursa, thank you for checking this. So he looked up in a case break of 5. So you get 5 boxes Dynasty in a case.
Yeah.
The Orioles spot is $900. So you would have to get, all 5 of those cards would have to be Hurstad's for you to break even on Hurstad. You need at least 2 Jackson. Well, 1 Jackson Holiday, and you're doing okay.
Yeah, Holiday you'd be doing okay, but a Hauser, no.
What Thorson saying the Angels spot?
There's a couple Otanis too.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know about Trout, but
Trout's in there.
Oh, I just want to say that's what she said. Just for context, I was buying 2017 Dynasty out of 10 average players for $40 back in 2018.
Yeah, I mean, I not Otani, Acuna, but the other ones, yeah.
Andrew, it was not sorted by that. It was sorted by most recent, and there's a lot still ending tonight. So you guys can go on and check later too.
Wow.
To see. Yeah, you're right about this rope here. Somebody's going to get the Cedane out of a $300 repack, and the breaker is going to say, "Whoa, Dynasty rookie out of 10."
Yeah. Oh, huge win. Yeah. Don't look at sales. Oof. Now, to be fair, Crazy Cryptid's pointing out that Rafael does have 2.6 WAR, largely based on his incredible center field play. But I don't know.
It doesn't move the needle in hobby very much.
Not moving that needle very far.
Drew Kim, this is exactly what we were talking about on Spitball and Cards, and Scotty B Cards did a video on his channel last year about the return that you could expect from opening a box of these. And he talked about doing it again for 2024, which I was very excited about. But he also talked about going back now that we're a year past 2023 and seeing what those sales for 2023 went for. And when Chris and I did our video about this specific box, we were talking about even the best players, the Gunnar Hendersons and the Corbin Carroll, we're getting you back what a box would cost now. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You'd have to get like an out of 5 Gunnar to pay for the box. Crazy. Yeah. Z-Dot, I mean, I know Cedane is good. He's a good baseball player, and he's a guy you want in center field. Like, I feel similarly about Michael Harris. I just wish he wouldn't have to hit, but
yeah, he's kind of like the Jackie Bradley Jr. of the team now.
Yeah. And I just don't want his cards, but I like him as a player. Absolutely.
All right, I got to get to TR's point. Okay, let's talk about this. I like a good Topps bashing as much as anyone, but why are you guys talking as if Topps sold these for 2.5, 3K? Topps sold it for just 1,000. It's the resale market that's going at 3 times that price. Okay. Nobody's saying above 2K. 2K is what the MSRP following the EQL sale was. Okay. So there was an EQL, which I don't know anybody that got in, which means you could put your name in for the right to buy 1 box of it directly from Topps for $10.99. And I believe they claim to sell a couple thousand boxes like that, but I don't know if they did. They don't have to release any results. But everywhere you were buying it aftermarket was $2,000. Some of the people were selling with $150 off, so it was $1,849.
Yeah,
so
I saw
Topps
that. Yeah.
knew very well that that's what they're going to be going for, $1,849.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to sell directly, they could have sold it all to people for $10.99. But I'm sure they sold the ones to those other places, breakers, for more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I would like to know how many people got in. This is news for us. Chasing Majors is officially the only person we know who got in at that EQL.
Congratulations. And I want to know what you're going to do with the box.
Yeah, I mean, it was open and shut like almost instantaneously. Is how it felt.
Yeah, and right, it's a drop in the bucket compared to the total number of boxes. So for 98% of people, if you want to buy this box, immediately you could have to pay at least $1,849.
Yeah.
So sold it. Smart move. I think that's what virtually everybody did that got on there.
Yeah.
But yes,
I mean, if you find out
Topps
there's
can't
like
control what Topps can't control what the secondary market sells things for.
No, we don't expect them to, but we do question how much of their stuff they're selling at the initial price they say they're selling it at.
Right. And that's, I think, to be so they can say that they sold some at that price. Hey, I sold it. Ian, I was wondering about this. Maybe they pulled it down. Maybe it was pulled down for a mistake. There was only one bid or something at that price. So maybe it was pulled down and then put back up. That
maybe there was like it could have been like a misspelling in the name. And Jeff, you were searching a pretty vague dynasty search there, so you'd pick it up. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that shows up on 130 point as saved or market movers or as saved, as paid for and done.
Oh, congratulations, Ju Kim, getting the EQL for Sapphire. That's a big win.
Yeah, those secondary prices go nuts as well. As much as Jeff and I hate it.
Yeah. So I don't know. And what worries me though, to the point, if Topps keeps seeing these prices on the secondary market go higher, they're a business and they want more and more of a piece of that. So no doubt that if it continually sells for more, that next year, even though this price is not giving a return, the price is going to be higher next year. I'm seeing an EQL of maybe $1,299 and $2,200 on a box.
I tell you that the product that's going to be very telling for Topps going forward is going to be Topps Chrome Update when that comes out.
Yeah,
because we saw it on the secondary market get all the way up to like $900 before that Paul Skeens was pulled, hyped to the moon. And I think Topps was selling them at a third of that. So we'll see what out of the gate they're selling Topps Chrome Update hobby boxes for. I know Topps Chrome, they've already, I think they said it's like the more not reasonable, but like what, like $229, I think, or something was there.
Yeah, which we know when we talked about last week, the ever expanding checklist isn't that great of a deal, but it's not moving toward the $800 yet. Z-Dot, he's going after you, Chris. Okay, coming with numbers, coming with receipts. 333 with 6 homers, 18 RBIs, and 935 OPS in his last 30 games.
Yeah, I'll put him in my fantasy team, but I'm still not spending money on his cards.
Fair enough.
I said he was a good baseball player. I want him on my actual team in center field, but I'm not going to put. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to put money into the 5 best players and leave it at that.
Yeah. So to answer this question, John, I would go with a Jose Ramirez for a long-term hold of those choices. Although long-term holds, I think you're really limited to a very high tier of baseball players. Yeah. Maybe a 2-person tier at this level.
Yeah, but I just want to be. I'm not shitting on Rafael as a player. He's a great center fielder, but I just don't want to. I would not feel comfortable spending money on his baseball cards. 2 different things.
Yeah, and same thing. Alex Bregman was off to a great start this year, and he's making $40 million a year. He can play baseball, but his cards,
meh.
Yeah, chasing majors. This is exactly what Teapot's been saying, especially for products like Flawless or Impeccable. So the people coming over from the basketball side and football side, when Topps has those licenses, Teapot, aka Raptor, is saying that we're going to see the baseball prices rise. But I don't know if the baseball market, the collector market, is going to handle that as well as the basketball and football collector, flipper, investor markets.
Jeff, could you pull up that comment on Ropierre just made about WBC cards?
Yes.
Because I totally agree
You see a premium for WBC Dynasty cards. They look really cool to me, 100%. And I think next year's WBC is going to be huge.
Yes.
Going to be really important. There's going to be a lot of Americans playing that haven't played before. So yes, I think this is huge. These are huge.
Yes, the Ohtani Trout at bat, I think, flipped that entire tournament upside down. Now I think every single player wants to be a part of it because that at bat was watched by every player in Major League Baseball. I think every baseball player across the world watched that at bat. And all these players want in on it. I mean, the excitement from Judge, the excitement from Bobby Witt Jr. to be a part of it. Skeens now saying he will start early and prep and be ready to pitch in that. That's awesome. This Acuna card is incredible. I love this card. I wanted to bid on this card. I don't own any Dynasty, but this to me looked...
That'd be a worthwhile foray into your first Dynasty, Chris.
Yeah, but I ended up, I bid on a different Acuna first, which I ended up winning, and there was $0 left to make an attempt on this one. I might regret it because this card looks awesome, and I've gone back to look at it a bunch of times. But I'm excited for what might come out of next year's WBC, like Jeff was saying.
Yep, and it'd be fun to go to a game, Curator, for sure.
Yeah.
Zeke is bringing up another point that we haven't even got to yet. The CT scanning. This product is primed for CT scanning. One card per box, and Topps and Fanatics have done nothing yet to slow down or impact the CT scannability of these cards. So buying anything aftermarket is questionable at best.
Yeah. And I would say, I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but I would say the larger the scale operation you're buying into a break of, the more likely that they've looked.
Yeah. And so that's not to say that they're not going to put boxes out, but they'll know what's in those boxes. And like we've seen in previous big breaks, sometimes they make predictions that would be unbelievable, that would be impossible.
Yeah, some of these cards are just going to be too valuable for it not to be tempting. If you have the technology, the time, and or the money,
Yes, 7. You have to go back. We looked at a lot of really cool SSP Thursday cards tonight. So thanks.
Yeah, the WBC is great. We were very fortunate enough to go to the first year they did it. We got a ticket package. I was like fresh out of college. Well, not fresh, but to go to Disney. To see, in the very first game we saw was Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic, and it was at the Wide World of Disney. And whatever, I don't know the exact numbers. Let's just say that stadium officially holds 7,000 people. There were 12,000 people. You could not walk on the concourse. The energy was insane. And I felt like that small stadium, Jeff, I thought it could fall down. Like it could easily just crumble. There was so much energy. David Ortiz homered off Johan Santana. And at half the ballpark went bananas. The other half looked like it was ready to fight. It was really exciting to be at that game. And when the lineups were red, it was just like all-star, 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 all-star. It was great.
Yeah, and baseball is so ingrained in the cultures of most of these countries. Just the fact that they can fill a stadium like that, and now they're filling major league stadiums with hardcore fans of all of these teams. It's really exciting.
Yes, I was in the ballpark for the David Wright walk-off. The year I forget what year that was, but I was in Miami, and that was awesome. These players really care, and I think starting with the way last year ended, I think fans are going to start caring too.
Well, Ty, if you need to blackmail anyone over some cards, Chris might
those
be
are awesome.
Willing participant.
Congratulations, Ty K. Those are incredible cards. If
you have an IG, send us some pictures because
please, absolutely, just the Venezuelan colors on there are very sweet. Like the uniform looks great.
Before we go, this brings up some programming notes actually, because Chris and I are indeed going to go to the Rangers Angels game next week, next Wednesday. Still deciding what cards to bring. It sounds like the players would like to see some of Chris's Ohtani cards, so we'll see if Chris is willing to bring them to the stadium. But we're really excited about getting to be on the field.
Yes, we are really excited. I do want to we have a couple like really rare Trout variations. So I feel like we should bring one of those and see if we could like lure Trout out of the Angels clubhouse to come see them. I'm wondering if he has seen the Chrome SSPs, Jeff.
I wonder if he has. Or probably not together. If he
No,
has.
probably not together.
But to that end, next week we'll be having our show on Friday night. Our typical Thursday show will be on Friday instead, and we'll give you the lowdown from what our experience at the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to show that there's one. I want to end with one post from today, Jeff,
Great.
which I cleverly saved. This comes from Timmy Two Hobbies. I don't know if that's the same Tim Giants fan who was here. I don't think it is. But anyway, it's an excellent 4th of July post here. We got 3 Red Sox flag image variations.
Very timely.
Great one to end on. These all look great. The paper Ortiz, the paper Pedroia, and the Stadium Club bats. Seeing them all together. Very cool.
Yeah, it is fun to see them together. I had never seen them together before. And yeah, it just is a very timely post coinciding with the 4th of July tomorrow.
Yes. And Curator points out, I think Josh Young was one of the people that had been mentioned for us to potentially meet. And unfortunately, you're right. He is no longer in Arlington. But hey, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they'll get some batting tips from Chris. He can get into the cage early and give him some tips.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So if it's just Jeff by himself on Friday, I am in the hospital having a back replacement.
Yeah.
But yeah, John. I mean, yeah, that Trout, Ohtani striking out Trout was such an incredible moment. And that card sold like not quite Pope level, but it sold so many cards on Topps now, Jeff. But man, do I wish that had been like a Chrome SSP or something, or like a flagship SSS, an unannounced flagship.
Why
SSS.
couldn't they have thrown some of those in?
People would have gone bananas for an
Yep.
image like that out of a pack pulled real product.
Yes.
No offense, Topps now.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Chris, I don't know if you saw, but Topps now is going back to the well with Clayton Kershaw. They're releasing his regular Topps Now card, celebrating 3,000 K, and they're also releasing a special 1-of-1 Dynasty. Is it the ball, Chris? Is it the ball from the strikeout, or it's some? You have a chance to win some game used memorabilia on a 1-of-1 auto. So my question is, will it outsell the Pope or not?
I don't know. I can't fault them for the idea. Like, I think it's cool. Like, we're gonna make one really great. It's a lottery ticket for $10.99. You have a chance at this amazing Kershaw card. I like those odds a lot better than a box of Dynasty, Jeff.
For $2,000. Yeah. Maybe buy $2,000 worth of this Kershaw card and see if you can come out ahead.
Yeah. That I don't like. The UDR, that would have been an absolutely incredible card. Even if it was just a second later and it's Ohtani, like, because he threw his glove, right? Like, he gets so pumped up on the mound. That would have been an amazing, like, really rare flagship card. I don't know. The only thing we really got, their inserts in Finest. I think they had like the world's finest.
Yeah. They had the world's finest.
Yeah,
Chris, it's a logo man. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, it's the 1-of-1 logo man from his
very cool
jersey. But all right, guys. Well, thank you. Thanks for sticking around with us. It was a great SSP Thursday, a great way to start the 3-day weekend for a lot of us. Remember to be safe with your fireworks. Take care of your pets this weekend. If you're out there celebrating with your families, please do so safely and give your folks a call.
Yeah, it's a good family weekend. If you're not near your parents or anything, I'm sure they would absolutely love to hear from you. Regardless, John, absolutely. Chasing Majors, absolutely. Yeah, be safe, everybody.
And if you haven't, please subscribe. Last week, after our request for subscribers, Chris, a lot of people did, which is awesome. So we might reach our goal of 4,000 subscribers. And we've been posting a lot. So please check out the stuff we posted. As I said, we have a mailbag. We'll figure out how it works. But our first video, we got to answer some questions, which was a lot of fun. So if you weren't able to join the live and have some questions for us, please find the post portion of the YouTube page and ask us some questions.
Yeah, Joey K right there with you. We usually put a movie on about as loud as our speaker would go when our dog was still with us. Sometime next week, Jeff and I may have a blind PSA reveal incoming. We have an order that has reached assembly. Very exciting.
Yeah, it's the very tense portion of the PSA time where it's been graded in assembly. Maybe just play this song really loud so your pets don't hear the fireworks.
Right? Yeah. And I just, automatically, I just cocktail in hand when I hear the song, Jeff.
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Happy 4th. We'll catch you soon.